not much. And I mean, literally not much, man. Like, most people who are fans of anime can read as much or more than I can. My biggest advantage is I know hiragana and katakana. Big damn deal. And I know about 150 kanji. But I can't use any of them because I can't figure out how the sentences work. Because they don't translate. You know, you can get a word, but if you just say those words, you're not saying it. You're saying literally that sentence, but what you're saying doesn't mean that sentence. It's this... I can't really comprehend it. You just have to treat it like a completely different language, and I do things by synonym. And synonyms work great, except for things that don't translate. But what I was getting at, right, is that because I treat everything as synonyms, when your brain looks for a word, it looks for the most appropriate version of that word for the situation. Because there's dozens of different connotations for almost every word, and that's how you pick synonyms. It's not... There's...
Threat detected.
It's impossible to really explain how people pick synonyms. There's entire... I mean... Yes, there's fields of sociology that focus on it. There's fields of linguistics that focus on it. You know, even words that literally mean the exact same thing. It doesn't matter which one you use in any sense of the definition. There's still certain sentences people will say it one way, and certain sentences that people say it a different way, and then there's certain people who will say it one way or the other. And because I treat every language as synonymous with the language of English, sometimes my brain goes for the most appropriate word, which isn't an English word. And German's usually the one that comes out. I've done Spanish once or twice. I mean, you almost never hear me speak Spanish. I don't like Spanish. I mean, it doesn't help that if I do speak Spanish, most people don't understand me because I speak Spanish, and I live in Texas. Everybody here doesn't speak Spanish. I just don't like Spanish. I don't mind Spanish, but Texas Spanish bugs me.
It seems that the territories are about to blow up.
And German, you know, there's the same problem in German. I came here, you know, I go to the school called UNT, right? And I was walking the wrong direction. I'm sorry, I thought I was going the right way. But I'm going to this school called UNT. It's University of North Texas here in Denton. It's in Denton. It's also got a Dallas campus. But they start talking to me first day of class in German.
Threat detected.
And, you know, I know enough German. It wasn't the fact that they didn't speak English at all during the class that got to me. It was the fact that they were speaking Süddeutsch, which is... There are other words to say it, but that's the one I use, and it basically just means Southern German, Low Country German. It's just one of the dialects, right? And I speak Hochdeutsch. And Hochdeutsch is High German. It's more formal, and it's what's spoken primarily in the north and in certain cities.
Threat neutralized.
It's not exactly a city language, it's certain cities. And it's just so much different than Süddeutsch, because the teachers are primarily Swiss here. And Switzerland isn't exactly Süddeutsch, but it's more like Süddeutsch than anything else. Because Switzerland has its own dialect. But Switzerland is closer to Süddeutsch than it is Hochdeutsch, and I had to quit that class just because Have you ever gone somewhere where they speak English, and why am I coming back here? I'm following the wrong fucking compass thing. I thought they were saying that there was a guy lying around out here. Gah. But have you ever gone somewhere where they speak English, and you're just thinking, I know all those words, but I have no idea what you just said? That's what it's like for me to hear Süddeutsch. I knew every word he was saying. Well, most of them. Some of them were pronounced in such an odd way I didn't even know what they were supposed to be. But for the most part, I knew what he was saying. Or the words he was using. I had no idea what he was saying. So I had to drop that class. It was very depressing because I like German. And it was supposed to be an easy grade because I already speak German. But no. Fucking Swiss, man. I have no problem with the Swiss. It's just that I don't understand their dialect. You know, it's like, well, with French. I know the words if you write them down, but I have no idea what they are if you don't speak slowly. You have to speak very slowly. Or if you put me in... What's that country called? It starts with an M. I don't know.
Threat detected.
There's a country where they speak French in a way that most people don't understand either. Damn, this pistol's better than I thought it was. Or these things are weaker than I thought they were.
Threat neutral.
Hey, I haven't leveled up in a long time. I really should just be putting points into energy weapons, now that I think about it. Well, I don't need it. That's why I haven't been doing it. It's not necessary. None of this stuff's necessary. And do you people care about my ramblings? The only reason I'm letting myself do it is because I'm at a video 150 something. If you are still watching this, you like listening to me talk. This is the only possible explanation. This game's already been done. It's been done a few times. And we are so far into it. Liking me is the only reason to be watching it. And if you are watching it, thank you. Cool. Awesome. You know? The hell, if you like listening to me talk that much, we should hang out. Maybe I should pick up more criticals? What do you think? I don't know, man. Nerves of steel. Regenerate action points faster. Change your name, change your appearance, and pick 2 more traits. We can craft holograms. Oh, those things from the Sierra Madre, we can craft those. And they'll be fueled by your action points. Still, that's cool. I don't need it, but it's cool. You know what? I want 2 more traits, though. So we'll take this. I'm going to keep my name, though. I like my appearance. I'm going to keep my appearance. I just want to pick 2 more traits. What do we got? All weapon skills reduced by 2, carry weight and AP by 5. Charisma is increased by 1. That's a shitty trade-off. Vilified by all major factions, but you get 2 raider companions. Okay. Bloody mess. That's fun. Born to be wild. Easily addicted to chems. You can craft any chems from a campfire. Both you and your enemy's damage threshold is reduced by 5. So you can kill fast or die early. A little slower, a little bigger. Strength plus 2. Unarmed and melee attacks are 20% slower. 3 weapons, or plus 3% for criticals. Condition decays 15% faster. It'd be better to take the more critical perk. Charisma, barter, and speech increase. And reduces rad resistance, big damn deal. Melee and unarmed by 5. Reduces buying prices by 5%. This is actually a great one. I may very well take that one, actually. Cautious person. Range is increased by 20% and negative 10 penalty to hit. I could use that. Chem reliant. You can flush radiation out in radiation zones, but you constantly gain it outside of them. You can become a daytime person. Diabetic. Fake physician. You receive a set of medical items at the cost of your karma. Limbs are 15% more resistant at a cost of 10 speech. 10 health bonus, but 10% less radiation and poison resistant. That one's actually good. Fast shot. 20% more... 20% faster shooting, 20% less accurate. Perk rate is reduced by 1, but every time you level up, you're reduced to 10% of your current health. That's silly. Five to survival, sneak, and all that good stuff, but lose all the advanced stuff. Yeah, finesse is cool. Gulkin would be interesting. Ghoulish glow helps you see in the dark, but lets people in the dark see you. +5 or +1 to all stat, -5 to all skills, and 2 less skill points a level. This one would be a great one to take. I think I may go with gifted. Gilboy would suck. Damage is increased by 10 when you're eating, but you take 10% more damage when you're not. That's stupid. I mean, it's nifty, but it would be a pain in the ass to actually use. Ooh! Randomly attacked by assassins. That would be fun. And then you got natural healing, natural scientist. Ooh, 10 extra AP. That is awesome. Heal 1 point of health constantly. That's nifty. DT +10, and then some skill points. But you lose 10 AP. That one's purely skill points, but gun spread increases by 5 while not sneaking. Critical damage when sneaking increased by 5, though. That's actually very good. Time in combat increases DT by 4, but you lose a charisma, some AP. You lose 20 AP, so that's only good for melee and unarmed, really. 25 combat skills, and you have -25 combat skills. All my companions are high enough level, they're all capped out anyway. All weapons cost half the action points when you have less than 20% health. But your action points only regenerate when you're under 30% health. And every kill under 10% will regenerate your action points. That would be great if we weren't playing in a mod that makes it to where you either die or you don't. Losing health isn't really an option. +20 to hit with one-handed. That would be great if, considering I pretty much stick with it. Extremely rare critical hits, but they do great damage. Protean will let you change your appearance at mirrors. Agility increased by 1 when taking critical damages from raiders and stuff. +5 to all skills and extra skill points, but you get fewer perks. Strange case. And tribal. There's 3 we can't get. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the 2 I picked. Hold on, I gotta get up for a sec. And I'm back. Alright, APB whatever the hell. Wait, that's not how you open it. It is... I think it's an apparel item. A's up here. Where is it?